BBC Two. A giant vacuum cleaner out of control now on BBC Two. Listen, don't mess with magic potions. A spot of detective work now on BBC Two in English Express.
Somerville College, Oxford confronts the Durham team looking for a place in the quarter-finals. University Challenge in half an hour here on BBC Two. Behind the scenes of India's answer to EastEnders, a new series of Bombay Brush at 11:30 after the mystery deepens in The X-Files on BBC Two now.
Now on BBC Two, whether you love or hate the beautiful game, I bet you sing along. Top of the Pumps 2, full of regal moments from our youth in 20 minutes. Now BBC Two's full-on family.
Disturb your mind now with BBC Two Raising the Dead.
Now on BBC Two, as if we hadn't had enough sporting excitement for one day, Sue Barker and Claire Balding with a sneak preview the night before the derby. Another chance to see the final explosive episode of 24 in 45 minutes here on BBC Two after The X-Files. Slade Prison now on BBC Two, a veritable haven of rest and relaxation.
What's that worm all about then, and why is BBC Two reading a book? Well, it's to promote the biggest literary poll in British history. The Big Read launches tomorrow night here on BBC Two at 9.
Escape to the Country Revisited catches up with a couple who moved from Leeds to the Welsh coast. That's in half an hour on BBC Two, right after The Good Life.
Crack open the champagne. 40 years ago today, BBC Two launched itself onto the nation's television sets. The first channel to bring you colour, the first channel to bring you Play School and The Office. And you don't get more diverse than that. So settle back and enjoy a host of famous faces, behind-the-scenes stories and a fine celebration of 40 years of broadcasting. Happy birthday, BBC Two.
TV highlights of 1973, from the Wombles to a royal wedding in an hour on BBC Two. First, the pressures mounting and the strong language from the outset in Dermot's Big Adventure. Getting into the spirit of the 70s with the programmes that captured the moment now on BBC Two, and that was The Week We Watched.
Another barn, even more space.
You want to try it on?
Oh, wow. Oh, you're going to like this.
Oh, I say.
Hidden Treasure at 8:30, Restoration is at 9. Before that on BBC Two, Escape to the Country.
Now you can keep green-fingered whatever the weather and find out more about Dermot's Big Adventure by logging on to bbc.co.uk/gardening. Next tonight here on BBC Two, a 70s flashback to Finger Bobs and the first episode of Last of the Summer Wine, and in a new series now, Monty Don explores flowers in art over on BBC Four.
It's about quality. 3 shows, 3 different characters, starting with the famous Chelsea Flower Show.
Come to Chelsea and you can take a floral trip around the world.
Followed by the world's largest annual flower show at Hampton Court Palace.
I'm really looking forward to it. This one could really excite people.
Then Tatton Park, where inspiration comes from all who take part.
Every year I take home some ideas for my garden.
All brought together by the Royal Horticultural Society, promoting the best in gardening.
It's the best medal in the world.
The Chelsea Flower Show continues today at 2:35 on BBC One and at 8 o'clock on BBC Two.